Hello everyone, I'm Lin Zhang from Wuhan University. It's my honor to introduce our book chapter on behalf of my co-authors. The topic is Why a Handbook Research Assessment in Social Sciences is Needed, a View from China. My presentation includes 4 sections: background, institutional profile of China's social sciences governance, China's National Social Sciences Assessment Scheme, and the conclusion. Firstly, background. So why a handbook research assessment in social sciences is needed? There is an increasingly diverse array of institutions, projects, achievements, and researchers in the field of social sciences all over the world, and of course also in China. Therefore, assessing social sciences incentive measures becomes particularly important to investigate the effectiveness of policy instrument implementation, financing funding allocation, and human resources management, etc. So why is the case of China worth studying? The development of China's natural science has drawn big attention all over the world, but there is less report of the development of China's social sciences, let alone China's social sciences assessment. China is a large country with a huge range of research institutions, projects, achievements, and researchers in the field of social sciences. Having a good understanding of such a big and complicated system is beneficial for international exchanges of knowledge and evaluation experiences. Recently, several new research policies have been taken to reform the social science assessment in China. Social sciences in China originated at the turn of the 19th century and has experienced a long history. Here we only zoom into the period of contemporary social sciences. With the emergence of contemporary China's social sciences after 1977, the assessment scheme has also started to develop. From the early 1980s to the mid of 1990s, the assessment method mainly relied on peer review. Then the quantitative assessment methods were introduced from the mid of 1990s and have been widely applied afterwards. Nowadays, the combination of qualitative and quantitative evaluation has been advocated since 2010. From a historical perspective, social sciences in China was in a relatively disadvantageous position compared with the natural sciences. Nevertheless, the past decades have witnessed a great development of China's social sciences. It is benefited significantly from institutional changes and the growing importance attached by governance agencies to social sciences. As the figure shows, there is a noticeable growth in mainland China's share of social sciences articles indexed in SSCI, especially in the last decade. It indicates obvious trends towards increased internationalization in the social sciences in mainland China. In the process of enhancing social sciences assessment, China shares common problems with other countries in the world. For examples, the balance between governance and autonomy, quantitative and qualitative assessment methods, internationalization and localization, as well as the new focus on the interdisciplinarity. Then we will have a brief illustration of institutional profile of China's social sciences governance. From the early 21st century, enhancing the assessment scheme has become a policy priority of China's national scheme. The top-down structure is the major feature of the complex organizational scheme in China. There are also some bottom-up organizations and initiatives in China. However, the legitimation of autonomous professional organizations is needed for the reform of research assessment in China. Then we will briefly introduce China's National Social Sciences Assessment Scheme. As we all know, assessment of different levels have different purposes, motivations, procedures, methodologies, etc. To specify China's social sciences assessment scheme, we will introduce the system respectively from micro, meso, and macro level. At the highest macro level, the most influential assessments include the Double First Class Project and the China University Subject Rankings. Both of the two national assessments have implemented revolutionary evaluation methods recently. At the Meso level, China's social sciences funding can be divided into national financing projects and projects supported by enterprises and institutions. Different measures are taken by different funding organizations. At the individual level, we need to differentiate the selective evaluation and the routine evaluation. These two types of individual level evaluation are important but have very different purposes, incentives, and influences on Chinese individual researchers. Recent years, there have been several national policies for the reform of social sciences assessment. These new policies have addressed many common concerns with the international community. Most recently, the two ministries in China issued two revolutionary policies in 2020, which have aroused wide discussions within China and internationally. It seeks to replace the paper-only orientation with a focus shifted from metrics to peer review, and also to strengthen the local relevance of research in China. Then the conclusion. China's National Social Sciences Assessment Scheme has evolved with the development of contemporary China's social sciences. After 4 decades of development, it has emerged as a system-wide scheme with assessment systems at all levels. The recent policy initiatives in China aim at contributing to improve the assessment system and to further the development of China's social sciences. An overview of governance structures and assessment systems in China will hopefully be useful for mutual understanding, learning, and possible collaboration between China and other countries in the field of assessment of the social sciences. More detailed information can be found in our chapters in the handbook. We are looking forward to more feedback and communications. Thank you for your attention.